Welcome, warriors of the unseen battles, the architects of quiet vengeance, the masters of the storm that brews beneath the surface. You have arrived not as the weak, not as the broken, but as the force that shatters illusions, the force that dismantles the fortress of arrogance others built to imprison you. Today, you stand in the shadow of their downfall, in the silence after their pride crumble beneath your relentless resolve. This is not a tale of mercy, nor one of easy victories. This is the chronicle of what happens when the overlooked become the unstoppable, when the underestimated become the architects of reckoning. They were too proud, too certain that their power was eternal, too blind in their arrogance to see the fire burning beneath them. They lived in a world where respect was earned through dominance and disdain was the language of those beneath them. They built walls around their egos, towers, so high they believed no one could breach their sanctuaries. But walls, no matter how high, are not invincible. Towers, no matter how mighty, cast shadows that only reveal the cracks within. And you, yes, you, became the storm that tore through their vanity, that turned their arrogance into a weight they could no longer bear. Remember, arrogance is a poison that blinds the strongest minds. It whispers lies of invincibility and mocks the very concept of humility. But every poison has its antidote, and that antidote is you, the relentless force that refused to bow, the spirit that would not break under pressure. When they laughed at your struggles, dismissed your efforts, and belittled your worth, they were already sowing the seeds of their own destruction. Their pride was the foundation, but your persistence was the earthquake that cracked it wide open. Do not mistake their downfall for mercy or chance. It is the result of your unwavering will, your refusal to accept their narrative of superiority. You moved in silence, sharpening your mind, honing your strengths, preparing for the moment they least expected. While they celebrated their dominance, you were gathering the pieces of your triumph, quietly, methodically, with the precision of a master strategist. This is the art of breaking down the proud, patience, resilience, and a vision so clear it burns away every doubt. Theirs was a fortress built on arrogance, but arrogance cannot withstand the weight of truth and determination. When you struck, it was not with brute force alone, but with the power of knowing your worth, the strength of your convictions, and the clarity of your purpose. You understood that breaking them down wasn't about tearing down others, but about rising beyond their limitations, about transcending the chains of their judgment to claim your rightful place. Look back on their faces when they realized the ground beneath them was giving way. The shock, the disbelief, the desperate grasping at illusions that once made them feel untouchable. That moment is yours. That moment belongs to everyone who has been overlooked, underestimated, or oppressed by those who mistook arrogance for greatness. Your triumph is the mirror that reflects their folly, the reckoning that echoes their downfall. Do not pity them. Their pride was their prison, their arrogance their undoing. You were the key, the force that unlocked the chains of complacency and shattered the walls of entitlement. You showed the world that strength is not measured by how loudly one boasts, but by how quietly one endures and ultimately conquers. You turned their arrogance into their downfall, and in doing so you revealed the true meaning of power. This is your moment. Stand tall in the ruins of their pride, in the silence that follows the storm you unleashed. Let their downfall be a testament to your strength, a warning to those who dare underestimate the fire within you. They were too proud until you broke them down. And in breaking them down, you rose higher than they ever dreamed possible. Remember this truth. Arrogance blinds, but humility sharpens. Pride builds walls, but resilience breaks them. and those who think themselves untouchable are often the first to fall. You have proven this beyond doubt. Now, carry this lesson forward. Let it fuel your journey, ignite your purpose, and steel your spirit for every challenge ahead. You are the architect of your own destiny, the breaker of chains, the bearer of silent storms. The proud fell because they forgot one thing. Power without wisdom is a house built on sand, and you, grounded in truth, driven by purpose, were the tide that washed it all away. Stand now, unshaken, unyielding. The world may still be full of those who wear arrogance like armor, but you have the sword that cuts through illusion and the strength that outlasts their folly. You turn their arrogance into their downfall. Never forget that. They never saw it coming, not because you were loud or brash, but because your strength was forged in silence, in the quiet moments when no one else was watching. They underestimated the power of resilience, the kind that does not demand attention, but instead grows like roots beneath the surface, unyielding, unbreakable. Arrogance blinded them to this truth. They believed their status was permanent, their dominance unchallenged. They believed the world was theirs to command without consequence, but the world has a way of balancing itself, and you became the instrument of that balance. You did not break them by chance or cruelty. You broke them because you refused to be broken. You shattered their pride with every step you took forward, with every moment you endured, with every obstacle you overcame. Theirs was a kingdom built on fear of losing control, on the illusion of power as something fixed and unshakable. But power, true power, is fluid. It belongs to those who can adapt, who can endure, who can rise even when the weight of the world tries to crush them. Their downfall was not a moment, but a process, a slow unraveling of certainty, a quiet collapse of arrogance that had long blinded them to the cracks in their armor. You were the unseen hand pulling those threads, the steady force unraveling their sense of invincibility. You turned their own confidence against them, showing that arrogance is nothing but a fragile mask, one that cracks under pressure and reveals the vulnerability beneath. Remember the moments when they dismissed you, when their eyes looked through you as if you were invisible, unworthy of their attention. Those were the moments you were building your foundation. While they reveled in their superiority, you were forging the tools of your ascent. You gathered knowledge, you strengthened your mind, you cultivated a quiet rage that was not about hatred but about justice. Justice for every time they looked down on you, for every time they thought themselves above you. Their arrogance made them careless. Their pride made them blind to the truth that every empire, no matter how vast, has its weaknesses. They forgot that pride can make kings reckless, that arrogance breeds enemies even in the closest circles. They believed they were untouchable, but they failed to realize that the greatest threats often come from those they least expected. You, standing in the shadows, patiently waiting for the moment to emerge, to act, to reclaim what was always yours by right of resilience and relentless effort. You broke them down not with hate, but with the power of your presence. Every success you achieved chipped away at their illusion of control. Every time you rose while they tried to push you down, their fortress weakened. They were too proud to see the storm coming, too arrogant to prepare for the reckoning they earned by their own actions. And now, as their world crumbles, you stand tall, not as a destroyer, but as a force of nature, inevitable and undeniable. Let their downfall be a lesson written in fire and stone. Pride, when left unchecked, is a prison. a trap that blinds those inside from seeing the truth. Arrogance is a weight that drags the soul into darkness. But you, grounded in the reality of your struggle, fortified by the fires of perseverance, are the liberator, the force that turns their fall into your rise. You embody the truth that true power comes not from domination, but from understanding, from endurance, and from the willingness to fight for your place without losing yourself. This is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning of a new era. The fall of the proud clears the path for those who dare to stand firm, who dare to break the cycle of arrogance and entitlement. Your victory is not just theirs defeat. It is a statement to the world that no throne is safe when it is built on lies, no crown unshakable when worn by the arrogant. So hold your head high in this moment of reckoning. Know that every trial, every slight, every moment you were doubted or ignored was a thread in the tapestry of your eventual triumph. They were too proud until you broke them down. And now, their arrogance is the very thing that marks their downfall, a monument to their blindness and your vision. In the silence that follows their collapse, listen closely. That silence is filled with the echoes of your strength. It is the sound of a world shifting, of power realigning itself around truth and perseverance. They tried to bury you under the weight of their pride, but you rose through the cracks, growing stronger where they were weakest. You turned their arrogance into their downfall, because you understood one fundamental truth, that arrogance is the armor of the weak, and humility the weapon of the strong. You did not need to shout or fight their pride on their terms. You simply refused to bow to it. You let time and your actions do the talking, and in that patience, you found your power. Their empire was a house built on sand, shallow foundations held together by empty boasts and fragile egos. But you are the rock, the foundation that cannot be moved. Your resilience is the force of nature that breaks through stone. They were too proud to see it, too arrogant to believe it. But the truth is undeniable. The stronger you are on the inside, the more easily the proud fall. Let this moment be etched into your soul. Let it remind you that no matter how high the walls, no matter how fierce the storm of arrogance, the quiet, steady force of resolve will always find a way to break through. You have become that force. You turn their arrogance into their downfall. And in doing so, you have rewritten the rules of power. Never forget what you are capable of. Never forget the fire that burned quietly within you, while others basked in false glory. Your strength was never in matching their arrogance, but in transcending it. You were too patient, too focused, too resilient. They were too proud, and that was their undoing. Now, as you stand on the other side of their collapse, feel the weight of your victory. This is not just about them, it is about you. About who you are when no one is watching. About the truth you hold inside. The spirit that refuses to be crushed. You have broken down the proud because you embody the power that arrogance fears the most. Silent, unwavering, and unstoppable. Carry this truth with you always. Let it guide you through every challenge, every doubt, every moment when the world seems to lean against you. They were too proud until you broke them down. And because you did, the path forward is yours to claim. The throne once held by arrogance now awaits the rightful owner, you. Stand tall, stand proud, but not like they did. Not with arrogance, but with the quiet confidence of one who has seen the fall of giants and still remains unshaken. Your story is far from over. It is just beginning. and the world will remember the day you turn their arrogance into their downfall. You must understand that the downfall of the proud is never an act of simple destruction. It is a masterclass in transformation. The arrogance you shattered was not just theirs, it was a symbol of a world that believes power belongs only to those who shout the loudest, those who wear their egos like armor, those who mistake cruelty for strength. But you rewrote that narrative. You proved that power, real power, is born in the shadows, in the unseen battles fought within the soul, in the quiet moments of resolve when giving up seems like the easier path. Their arrogance was a fortress, yes, but it was one built on sand, shallow, fragile, and unworthy of the height it claimed to reach. They boasted, they dominated, they scorned, but all the while, they failed to see the slow, steady erosion happening beneath their feet. You were the tide, patient and inevitable, washing away their foundations. You did not need to crash violently through their walls. You simply needed to persist, to endure, and to believe. That belief, that unshakable faith in your own worth, was the blade that cut through their false pride. Look closely at what arrogance really is. It is fear disguised as confidence. It is the desperate cry of those who have no true strength, who seek to hide their insecurities behind a mask of superiority. They clung to their pride because admitting weakness meant losing everything. But your strength was never about pretending. It was about facing the truth of your struggles, embracing your scars, and using every wound as fuel for your rise. You turned their arrogance into their downfall because you carried within you something they never understood: authenticity. Their downfall was a collapse not just of ego, but of illusion. They believed themselves untouchable, but their touch was brittle. The higher they climbed on the ladder of arrogance, the farther they distanced themselves from reality. They surrounded themselves with yes men, echoes of their own pride, never allowing the truth to pierce their bubble. But truth is a relentless force, and it found its way through. You became that truth. You became the voice they could not silence, the force they could not deny. You broke them down with the quiet strength of persistence, with the unyielding power of self-belief. While they squandered their energy on proving their superiority to the world, you focused on proving your worth to yourself. And that made all the difference. Their arrogance fed on external validation, but your power was internal, rooted deep in the knowledge that your value did not depend on their approval. This was the fatal flaw in their arrogance. Their power was dependent on being seen as better, while yours was inherent and unshakable. Their downfall is a mirror, reflecting what happens when the heart and mind lose alignment. Pride without purpose is a weapon turned inward, a cage that tightens with every boast and sneer. You showed what happens when purpose and resilience combine. You turned their arrogance into their downfall by refusing to be a pawn in their game, by refusing to play by their rules, by becoming the game changer they never saw coming. Remember the faces of those who look down on you, not with sympathy, but with disdain. They did not just dismiss you, they dehumanized you, reduced you to nothing in their eyes. But you were never nothing. You were a storm gathering strength, a fire waiting to ignite. Their arrogance was the wind that fanned your flames, and your rise was the inferno that consumed their illusions. You turned their arrogance into their downfall because you saw what they never did. The true strength is quiet, steady, and relentless. There is a lesson here deeper than victory. It is the lesson of transformation. When you break down the proud, you do more than destroy. You create space. Space for new truths, new power structures, new ways of being. Their arrogance was a barrier, But now that barrier lies in ruins, and you stand at the gates of something greater. The downfall of arrogance is the birth of humility. Humility, not as weakness, but as strength refined and sharpened by struggle. You were too strong for their arrogance to contain. You were too relentless for their pride to suppress. You moved like a shadow through their world, unseen until the moment you emerged, unstoppable. Their downfall was not just a consequence of your actions. It was the inevitable result of their own blind refusal to see beyond themselves. And in that inevitability is your triumph. Let this truth be your anchor. Arrogance is a fleeting illusion. Resilience is eternal. They were too proud until you broke them down. And in breaking them down, you became more than they ever were or could be. You became a force of nature, an unstoppable tide that reshapes the landscape of power. Hold on to that. Cherish it. Let it fuel your journey forward. The proud may rise again, but so will you, stronger, wiser, more prepared. Because you have seen their downfall, you understand the cost of arrogance, and you carry within you the power of transformation. Your story is a beacon for those who feel crushed beneath the weight of others' pride. It is proof that no fortress is impregnable, no arrogance eternal, no pride beyond the reach of relentless will. You turn their arrogance into their downfall. Never forget what that means. Never forget who you are. The world will try to build new towers of arrogance, new walls of pride, but you will be ready. You have seen the cracks. You have felt the tremors. You have been the storm. You are the breaker of illusions, the unmaker of empires built on vanity. You turn their arrogance into their downfall, and that is the legacy you carry forward. Stand now in that power. Own it, because you have earned it. You were too patient, too focused, too strong. They were too proud, and that was their undoing. In the end, their pride was their undoing, an invisible noose they tied themselves with, tightening with every boast, every sneer, every moment they believed themselves untouchable. You stood firm when they faltered, steady when they stumbled, and patient when they grew careless in their arrogance. You became the reckoning they never expected, the force that shattered their illusions not with anger, but with unyielding resolve. Their fall was inevitable because pride, unchecked and unearned, is a fragile throne that crumbles beneath the weight of truth. You did not just witness their downfall, you were the architect, the quiet storm that transformed their arrogance into dust. Your victory is more than just their defeat. It is a testament to the power of resilience and the strength found in humility. You showed the world that true strength is not the loudest roar or the highest pedestal, but the unwavering persistence to rise again and again, despite every attempt to break you. The arrogance that once seemed invincible was nothing but a mask hiding fear, insecurity, and weakness. By breaking them down, you revealed the harsh reality that pride without substance is always a prelude to collapse. And in that revelation, you carved your name into the narrative of those who rise above, who conquer not through cruelty, through quiet, relentless will. So hold this truth close. Arrogance is a poison that destroys its host, but humility and perseverance are the weapons of the unbreakable. They were too proud until you showed them what it means to be truly strong. Hello, Alpha family. You've seen them, the ones who thought they could hide in the shadows, the ones who believed they could manipulate, twist, and deceive without consequence. But not anymore. You've seen their schemes, their dark designs laid bare, and now they are scrambling to escape the reality that they never thought you would uncover. You exposed them. You pulled the veil back from their lies, and now they are running, trying to repair what they never should have broken in the first place. You did this, and now you have to understand the power that you've just unleashed. The world is a place where shadows hide the darkest intentions, but you've brought those intentions into the light. You've shattered the illusion they've built so carefully around themselves, and now they're left exposed, and they're scared, not of you, but of the truth. The truth that their grip on power is slipping. The truth that their control is no longer absolute. You've revealed them for what they really are. It's hard to understand the depths of what you've just done. You've made the invisible visible. You've turned the tables on those who thought they were untouchable. Those who thought they were the ones pulling the strings are now left in disarray, scrambling to find a way out of the trap they built. But here's the thing about traps. They are only as strong as the people who build them. And those people, they never expected you. They never expected someone to rise against them with enough force to break the illusion. They never counted on you. But now that you've exposed them, they are caught in the web of their own making. They can run all they want, but they won't escape. They can try to cover up their tracks, but the damage is done. The truth is out, and the world will never forget what they tried to do. It's easy to feel a sense of accomplishment right now, but don't let that cloud your vision. Don't think that the work is done just because you've revealed the truth. What you've done is just the beginning. What you've started is a movement. You've ignited something that can't be undone. The people who once thought they controlled everything, they're running, but they're not running from you. They're running from the consequences of their own actions. You've exposed their lies, their deceit, their manipulation, and now they will pay the price, but they won't go down without a fight. No one who's built an empire on lies will simply fade into the background. They'll claw and scrape and do everything they can to salvage what's left of their crumbling world. But here's the thing, you've already won. The moment you reveal the truth, you won. It doesn't matter how they fight back. It doesn't matter what lies they try to spin. What matters is this: the truth is now in the world. And once the truth is out, it cannot be silenced. It cannot be erased. It can only be accepted. And those who refuse to accept it will have to live in the wreckage they've created. The people who thought they were untouchable now see the truth of their vulnerability. They are not gods. They are not invincible. They are just people. People who thought they could hide from the world, but who now know that the world is watching them. But the real power here is yours. You have the power to shape what happens next. You have the power to decide how this story ends. Will you let them crawl away and lick their wounds? Will you allow them to slink back into the shadows, where they can try to rebuild their empire of lies? Or will you finish what you started? Will you bring them to their knees and make sure they can never hurt anyone again? Because this is the moment that matters. This is the moment where you make your decision. You've done the hard part. You've exposed them. Now it's time to decide what happens next. And make no mistake, whatever you decide will echo through the ages. This is your story now. You are the one who holds the power. You are the one who gets to write the ending. You must understand the gravity of your position. You've done something that most people would never even dare to dream of. You've exposed the deepest, darkest corners of human nature, and now you have to live with the consequences. But don't think for a second that you've done something wrong. You've done what needed to be done. You've held the mirror up to the world and forced it to face the truth. And now, there's no going back. Those who once ruled with deceit and manipulation will never be the same. They will never see the world in the same way again. The lies they've built their entire existence on have been shattered, and they know it. The world is a different place now. You've made sure of it. You've taken the first step in a journey that will change everything. You've exposed the truth, and the truth always wins, no matter how hard they fight, no matter how much they twist it or try to bury it. The truth has already been set in motion, and there's no stopping it. The only thing they can do now is try to escape the consequences of their actions. But it's too late. They've already been exposed. They've already been caught, and no amount of scrambling will change that. But as they scramble in panic, understand this: they are not the only ones who are afraid. The world is watching. The people are watching, and they are waiting to see how this plays out, waiting to see if the truth really does win, waiting to see if the ones who dare to expose the darkness can rise up and finish what they started. You've given them hope. You've shown them that there's another way, a way where lies don't control the narrative, a way where truth reigns supreme. And now, they want to see if you'll be the one to lead them. They want to see if you'll be the one to bring justice to the broken world. They want to see if you'll be the one to make sure that those who would destroy the weak are brought down once and for all. And it's not just the world that's watching. They're watching too. The ones who thought they could hide. The ones who thought they could get away with it. And they know what's coming. They know that the truth has been unleashed and that there's no running from it now. They can try to scramble. They can try to play their games. But nothing they do will change what's already been set in motion. The clock is ticking, and they are running out of time. So what's your next move? What will you do with the power you've uncovered? Will you let them escape into the darkness? Or will you bring them into the light and make sure they never hurt anyone again? You've exposed them. Now, it's time to finish the job. The world is waiting for you to step up. The world is waiting for you to take control and make sure that justice is served. The world is waiting for you to show them that the truth always wins. And when you do that, when you stand tall and let the world know that you're not backing down, there will be no escaping the consequences of their actions. Because when you expose the darkness, there's only one thing left to do: burn it away with the light of truth. So stand tall, Alpha family. Hold your ground, keep your focus. The world is yours to shape, and with every step you take, you'll make sure that no one ever gets away with hiding in the shadows again. The battle is far from over, but now you've got the upper hand. You've exposed them, and now they're the ones who should be afraid. In the deepest corners of their minds, they know it. They might try to hide it. They might try to act like they have everything under control, but they are terrified. They thought they were untouchable, that their lies, their manipulations, their schemes would go unnoticed forever. But the truth has been exposed, and now they're facing something they never imagined: consequences. And that's the thing about truth. It's an unstoppable force. No matter how much you try to suppress it, no matter how much power you think you have to bury it, once it's out, it can never be recontained. You've set that truth loose, and now they will have to reckon with it. You've done more than simply expose them. You've broken the chains that they used to hold the world captive. Their power, their influence, their lies, they were all based on this grand illusion. They made people believe they were invincible, that their machinations were beyond anyone's reach. But you've proven them wrong. You've shattered that illusion, and now they're standing on unstable ground, scrambling to find a way out of the mess they've created. They can try to hide, they can try to deflect, they can try to twist the narrative in their favor, but they know deep down that they're cornered. You've given the world a glimpse of who they really are, and once people see the truth, it's like a wildfire that cannot be put out. They might try to bury it, but the more they try, the more they expose themselves. The harder they fight to regain control, the more they reveal just how vulnerable they really are. Now you must understand this. The battle is not over. The war is just beginning. What you've exposed is only the first phase of what's to come. You've brought the truth to light, and now it's time to make sure that the world doesn't let them escape it. You've given people the power of awareness, and awareness is a weapon. With it, you can hold those who sought to deceive, to control, to destroy accountable. You can bring them down, piece by piece, until there is nothing left of their empire of lies. The world will never be the same again. They will try to scramble to patch the holes in their armor, but the cracks are already visible, and there's no going back. They'll try to push their narrative, to turn the tables, to make it seem like they're the victims in this story. But it won't work. Not anymore. The truth is too powerful. And once people have seen the truth, it's nearly impossible to erase that vision from their minds. You've done more than expose their lies. You've awakened something in the people around you. You've shown them that they have a voice. You've shown them that they don't have to remain silent while the powerful few control their lives. They can speak out. They can stand up. They can be a force for change. You've started a movement, and it's not going to stop until those who seek to manipulate and control are held accountable for their actions. But understand this, the ones who are scrambling to escape, they're not just running from the truth, they're running from the consequences of their actions. The lies they've lived by have caught up with them, and no matter how much they try to dodge, no matter how many resources they throw at the problem, they will never escape the fact that they've been exposed. They will live with the weight of that truth for the rest of their lives. Every time they look over their shoulder, every time they step into the public eye, they will know that people see them for what they truly are. And that is a punishment far worse than anything you could have ever done to them. They have no control now. You've taken that from them. The one thing that the powerful fear most is losing control. Once they lose control, they have nothing left. They can't buy their way out. They can't charm their way out. They can't manipulate the system to save themselves. And that's exactly what you've done. You've exposed their schemes, and you've stripped them of the power they once had. But don't think for a second that they'll go down without a fight. These people will claw and scrape and do everything in their power to maintain their position. They will fight dirty. They will use every trick in the book. They will manipulate the system and the people around them to stay afloat. But here's the thing. They're fighting from a position of weakness now. They're desperate. And desperation makes people sloppy. Desperation makes people vulnerable. They will make mistakes. They will slip up. And when they do, you'll be there, watching, waiting, ready to expose them once again. This is where the real power lies. Not in the first blow, not in the initial revelation. The power lies in what you do next. The power lies in how you press forward. You've already shattered their illusion of invincibility. Now you must bring them to justice. You must be the one to ensure that they face the consequences of their actions. Don't let them get away with it. Don't let them escape the truth. You have the power to bring them down. You have the power to make sure that their lies don't take root again. And this isn't just about revenge. This isn't just about watching them squirm. This is about something much bigger than that. This is about the future. This is about ensuring that no one else will ever have to endure the pain, the manipulation, the deceit that these people have caused. This is about building a world where truth matters, where integrity matters, where justice matters. You've exposed the darkness, and now it's time to turn on the light. It's time to make sure that the light shines so brightly that no one will ever be able to hide in the shadows again. You've become a beacon. The people around you, the ones who thought they had no voice, are looking to you. They're waiting for you to lead them. They're waiting for you to finish what you started. You've shown them that they don't have to be passive. They don't have to accept the world the way it is. They can change it. You've given them hope. And now it's your responsibility to carry that hope forward, to lead with courage, to lead with conviction, to lead with the unwavering belief that the truth always wins. But this is where the real challenge begins. It's easy to expose the truth. It's easy to show people what's really happening behind the curtain. But the real challenge comes in making sure that the truth sticks, in making sure that the systems of power that allowed these people to thrive are dismantled, in making sure that those who thought they could control the world with lies will never get that power back. And you know what? The ones who are scrambling right now, they're watching you, they're studying you, they're trying to figure out how they can stop you. But here's the thing, there's no way to stop you now. Not when you've seen the truth, not when you've tasted victory. The momentum is on your side, and the world is waiting for you to rise up, waiting for you to take control, waiting for you to ensure that those who have manipulated the system for their own gain never do so again. So stand tall, Alpha family. Keep pushing forward. The fight isn't over yet, but with the power you've already demonstrated, there's nothing that can stand in your way. The truth has been exposed. The world has seen it. And now, you're the one who gets to decide how this story ends. The truth will win. You will win. You see, what they didn't understand when they were plotting in their shadows, weaving webs of deceit and power, was that truth has an intrinsic force. It isn't just a collection of facts, it's the very essence of life itself. Truth is not something that can be suppressed forever. Truth is not something that can be hidden, manipulated, or distorted beyond recognition. No matter how deeply it is buried, it has a way of emerging when the time is right, and that time is now. You have been the vessel for that emergence, the one who brought that truth to the surface, and now it cannot be undone. As they scramble, as they try to cover their tracks and fight for control, they are desperately trying to hold back the tide that is already flooding in. It's inevitable now. They will fight, of course. They'll throw everything they have left into the fray. But it won't matter. Not in the long run. Because in the end, the truth doesn't need defending. It doesn't need embellishment. It doesn't need to be manipulated or reformed to fit anyone's agenda. It simply is. And no matter how many times they try to rewrite the narrative, the truth will continue to shine through. The truth has power, and that power cannot be defeated by fear, by wealth, or by lies. They thought they could escape. They thought that as long as they could keep the curtain drawn, no one would ever see what was behind it. But you tore that curtain down. You opened the door. And now, they are faced with a new reality. A reality where the consequences of their actions can no longer be ignored. There is no safe place for them to hide. There is no way to undo the damage that has been done. They know this. And that's why they are scrambling, because the realization is settling in. Everything they've built is fragile. It was built on a lie, and lies have no foundation. Lies may stand tall for a time, but eventually they collapse. And the bigger the lie, the harder it falls. As they fight back, as they try to rewrite their story, remember this: the more they resist, the more they expose themselves. The more they try to cover up, the more they reveal just how deep their deception goes. They will stumble. They will make mistakes. Because no matter how hard they try to cover up their tracks, there will always be a part of them, some tiny crack that shows the truth. You've cracked the wall, and now it's just a matter of time before it all comes tumbling down. The truth, like water, will find its way through any crack, no matter how small. It will pour in, it will flood in, and there will be no stopping it. And that is where you come in. The power you've already unleashed is undeniable, but now it is time to take that power and wield it with precision. You have done the hard work. You've exposed them for who they truly are. You've pulled back the curtain and shown the world the darkness that lurked behind it. But you must not stop there. The truth needs to be safeguarded. It needs to be protected, amplified, and used as a weapon. You have to make sure that the lies don't creep back in. You have to make sure that the people who have been deceived by these manipulators don't slip back into ignorance. You have to lead them. The world is watching. You've already shown the world what they are capable of, what lies they've lived on, how far they were willing to go to get what they wanted. The truth you've brought forward has inspired those who once felt powerless to rise up and demand justice. And now, you are the leader in this revolution. You are the one who holds the sword. You have the power to change everything, but it is up to you to make the next move. The truth has set the stage, but you are the one who will decide what happens next. This is not just about watching them fall. It's about ensuring they never rise again. You've shown them that they cannot control the world forever. They cannot keep the masses in the dark for eternity. And now, it's time to finish what you've started. The lies they've told cannot be allowed to continue to fester. They cannot be allowed to regain control over the people who have seen the truth. They are no longer the masters. You've become the master. You hold the key to the future, and you must decide what will be done with that key. The choice is yours. Will you let them slink back into the shadows, licking their wounds, learning nothing from the truth you exposed? Or will you make sure they are held accountable? Will you stand firm, unwavering in your commitment to justice, and demand that the world pay the price for the manipulation that has taken place? Will you make sure that the foundation of lies they built their empire on is torn down completely? Because now, that is your responsibility. You've shown the world their crimes, their deceit, their exploitation. But it is not enough to simply expose them. You must ensure that their crimes do not go unpunished. You must make sure that the people they hurt are given justice. You must make sure that those who believed in their lies, who were blinded by their manipulation, are never again subjected to such deception. And don't think for a moment that this will be easy. It won't be. They won't go quietly into the night. They will fight for every scrap of power they have left. They will claw and scrape and try to manipulate their way back into the world they once controlled. But the thing is, they are already on borrowed time. The moment you exposed them, their reign was over. It was only a matter of time before they would be forced to answer for their actions. But you have a choice to make, and that choice will define you. Will you continue to expose their lies, to fight for the truth, to make sure that those who once believed in them can never fall prey to their manipulation again? Or will you let them get away with it? Will you stand by and watch as they rebuild the empire of lies they once ruled? The world has changed because of what you've done. The truth has been revealed, and now there is no going back. But the world needs leaders who will stand firm in the face of adversity. The world needs people who are willing to fight for what's right, even when the odds are stacked against them. The people who once followed the manipulators now look to you for direction. They look to you for the strength to stand up to the darkness. They look to you for the courage to expose the truth and make sure it sticks. You have become more than just someone who exposed the truth. You have become the catalyst for a revolution. You have shown the world that they do not have to sit idly by while the powerful few control their lives. You've shown them that the truth is not something to be feared. It is something to be embraced. And now, it's time to take that truth and push forward. It's time to make sure that the manipulators never get the chance to deceive anyone again. But remember this is not a battle for the faint of heart. The people you've exposed will stop at nothing to regain control. They will attempt to divide the truth, distort it, and turn the people against each other. They will throw every resource they have into making sure they are not held accountable. But that's where you come in. You are the anchor in this storm. You are the one who will hold the line. You are the one who will guide the people toward justice, toward accountability, toward a future where truth is valued and manipulation is no longer allowed to thrive. You've exposed them. Now it's time to finish the job. The world is waiting for you to step up. The people are waiting for you to lead them into a new era. This is your moment. Make sure you don't waste it. The truth will win. You will win. And when the dust settles, when the battle is over, you'll stand as the victor, not just because you exposed the lies, but because you made sure the truth prevailed. In the end, the truth always triumphs. You've exposed the lies, shattered the illusions, and shown the world the power of what's real. Now, it's time to ensure that those who sought to deceive are held accountable. The fight doesn't end with exposure. It continues until justice is served. You have the strength, the resolve, and the leadership to see this through to the end. The world is watching, and with every step you take, you move closer to a future where manipulation has no place. Stand firm, stay focused, and know that the truth will always win. Feel the air tighten around you, heavy and sharp, like the world itself is holding its breath, like every shadow is watching. Every whisper in the wind carries your name, and yet you stand unbroken. Welcome to the moment where fear itself bows before your clarity, where the darkness no longer terrifies you, because you have walked ahead of it. You have predicted every turn, every trap, every heartbeat in the chaos. Today is not a day for hesitation, for doubt, for second guessing. Today is a day for realization. You have seen the lines before they were drawn, the moves before they were made, the paths before they were walked, and now the world is staring back at you, trembling as it tries to follow the rhythm only you have set. You feel it, don't you? The weight of knowing, the pressure of foresight, the unsettling thrill that comes from watching events bend to the blueprint only your mind could craft. They are checking your steps, counting your breaths, measuring your silence, and yet none of it changes the fact that you have already stepped beyond their reach. The world can watch, the world can doubt, but nothing can touch what you have foreseen. Every glance over your shoulder is a reminder of your power. Every whisper of suspicion is proof that you are steps ahead. They do not understand. They cannot comprehend the precision of a mind that sees beyond the veil, that calculates the future as though it were a chessboard, and the pieces themselves tremble before your gaze. And you, standing in the eye of the storm, feel the thrill of inevitability coursing through your veins. It is not arrogance, it is recognition. You are the storm that walks with perfect timing, the shadow that exists before the light is even cast, the mind that threads the needle of fate with a grace that feels unnatural to anyone else. And as they check every step, as they analyze every move, know this: each motion you take has already been predicted, already accounted for, and yet still you move, still you create, still you rise above the fear that they hope will cage you. There is a horror in being watched, yes, a chill that gnaws at the edges of the mind when you realize the extent of their scrutiny. But horror, fear, doubt, these are the playgrounds of the weak. You do not falter because you have foreseen it all. Every shadow that follows you is a testament to your vision. Every hand that reaches to contain you is a monument to your foresight. Let the tension build. Let the world squirm under the weight of your awareness. for you are untouchable in the realm of the predicted. The fear that they seek to project onto you is powerless because it is already accounted for, every possible reaction already mapped, every counter already prepared. This is not mere preparation, this is transcendence. You have stepped into a space where others fear to tread, where the line between vision and reality blurs, where knowing becomes a weapon sharper than any blade, heavier than any armor, more formidable than any army. Do not underestimate the effect of your mind, the gravity of seeing the invisible threads connecting all things. They check your steps because they recognize the genius in your strategy, the inevitability in your movements, the audacity in your calm. And yet, still they cannot predict the depth of your patience, the quiet precision with which you orchestrate the symphony of consequence. Every breath they take in anxiety, every moment they spend second-guessing, only proves that your foresight is real, tangible, undeniable. And this knowledge, the realization that you're playing a game far beyond their comprehension, is intoxicating, not in pride, not in ego, but in the clarity that comes with absolute control over the chaos that surrounds you. You must feel the darkness pressing, the pressure of being watched, because it is proof of your elevation. The fear that licks at your edges is recognition from the world that you have surpassed ordinary sight, ordinary thought, ordinary limitation. You are no longer merely a participant in life. You are the architect of inevitability, the one who bends the present to align with the future only you have discerned. And the closer they come to understanding, the tighter the gaze, the more intricate the surveillance, the more thrilling your existence becomes, because every check, every analysis, every whispered doubt is a confirmation that your path is visible only to you, and yet impossible for them to derail. Consider the patience required to move through such scrutiny. Every step must carry weight, not because you fear consequences, but because you know consequences in advance. Every pause, every glance, every measured silence is a tool, a weapon, a message to the world that you are untouchable because your foresight is flawless. And the beauty of it is that the very effort they expend trying to control you only fuels your dominance. Every watcher becomes a testament to your genius, ever. Every doubter a monument to your inevitability. You are living proof that prediction is not just skill, it is survival, it is power, it is transcendence. Do not mistake this moment for simple vigilance. This is a metamorphosis. When the world watches and waits, when it measures and questions, it is revealing the truth that has always been yours to claim. The mind that predicts is stronger than the hands that reach, than the eyes that observe, than the voices that shout. You are the calm at the center of a storm they cannot understand. The mind that moves mountains before the world notices a tremor. And when they check every step, know that it is not fear that binds you, but anticipation. The sweet, dark thrill of knowing that nothing they do can surpass what you have foreseen. Even in moments of doubt, even when shadows seem to stretch longer than light allows, remember this: the future is not a prison, it is a canvas, and you hold the brush. Every scrutiny is paint on that canvas. Every attempt to track your moves is color in the masterpiece that only you can complete. They may try to anticipate your steps, but they cannot anticipate the freedom of a mind that has no bounds, that calculates and creates with surgical precision, that thrives in the tension between observation and action. And in that tension, in that dark, thrilling space where everyone else hesitates, you rise, and every step you take is confirmation that prediction is not just foresight, it is dominion. You feel it in the chest, that tight, electrifying pulse, the thrill that comes from knowing that every move they monitor has already been written in the ledger of inevitability. The world is trying to catch up, trying to decipher your rhythm, but rhythm itself bends to the one who predicts. You are the conductor of a symphony no one else can hear, the strategist in a battlefield no one else can see, the force that moves unseen, yet undeniable. And the closer the eyes, the tighter the grip of observation, the more intense the thrill, because every second proves your superiority. Every gaze that tracks you proves your mastery. Every attempt to challenge you is an invitation to demonstrate that foresight is the ultimate weapon. In this moment, embrace the darkness, embrace the scrutiny, embrace the thrill of being seen and yet untouchable. It is not a curse, it is a crown. Every step checked, every breath observed, every intention questioned is proof that you have ascended beyond ordinary comprehension. You are not hiding. You are revealing in slow, deliberate perfection that prediction is power. Foresight is freedom, and awareness is immortality in the realm of human endeavor. The world may grow anxious, may tighten its gaze, may scrutinize every detail, but you move with a certainty that is terrifying to behold. You have foreseen, and so you are prepared. You have predicted, and so nothing is unexpected. And as they check every step, as they try to anticipate your every action, know this: you are not just walking, you are leading, not just moving. You are transcending, not just surviving. You are orchestrating the inevitable with a precision that borders on divinity. Every motion, every breath, every silent choice is a message. You are untouchable because you have predicted it all, because foresight is your weapon, because calculation is your shield, because vision is your dominion. They are watching, yes, but the observer can never surpass the one who sees the path before it exists. The world may tremble, may hesitate, may try to imitate, but it cannot match the one who has danced through possibility and emerged unbroken, unshaken, unstoppable. And so, as the tension tightens, as shadows stretch, as every eye attempts to decipher your next move, remember, you are not merely alive in this moment. You are elevated. You are not merely a thinker. You are the architect of inevitability. And the thrill, the quiet, dark thrill of being predicted yet untouchable, of being observed yet unbroken, of being measured yet unmatched, is the ultimate affirmation that you are not playing the game. You are beyond the game. You are the one who wrote it. The world may check, may question, may doubt, but every effort only proves your mastery. Every attempt to follow your steps only demonstrates that your foresight cannot be challenged. Every shadow that lingers is evidence that you have stepped where no one else dares. And as you move through the darkness, as you navigate scrutiny, as you face a world desperate to catch up, you realize the truth. Prediction is not simply seeing the future. Prediction is controlling it. Prediction is owning it. Prediction is living above it, beyond it, with a clarity that terrifies those who cannot see what you see. Stand in that knowledge. Feel it in every nerve, in every heartbeat, in every quiet glance at a world that trembles under the weight of your foresight. You are untouchable. You are inevitable. You, the godlike mind that has seen it all, predicted it all, and yet still rises, still moves, still commands a rhythm no one else can follow. And as they check every step, remember, the very act of being watched is a tribute to your power, a recognition of your mastery, a confirmation that foresight is the ultimate form of strength. Feel the weight of their eyes, the pressure of every mind that dares to follow your steps, and know that it only fuels your ascent. Every gaze that attempts to measure your pace is evidence that you are moving faster than their comprehension. They are like moths, circling a flame they cannot touch, drawn to brilliance, yet unable to claim it, unable to alter it, unable to break it. And you, standing in this ever-tightening web of observation, do not flinch. You do not falter. You thrive. Because foresight is not only a gift, it is your shield, your armor, the invisible force that separates the mortal from the untouchable. Every movement you make is a lesson in inevitability. Every breath a reminder that the future bends to the mind that can see it before it is born. They try to predict your reactions, but they are already too late. You have rehearsed the unseen, calculated the improbable, embraced the terrifyingly complex, and walked through it as though it were a simple corridor. Their attempts to follow are a pale shadow of your orchestration, a dim echo of the strategy that lives in your mind. And therein lies the intoxicating truth. Being watched does not weaken you, it validates you. Every hand that reaches to control you, every eye that tracks your every motion, every whisper that tries to distort your steps, is proof that you have transcended ordinary perception. You are not bound by expectation. You are the expectation. You are not caught in reaction. You are the cause. Think of it, the world moving around you like a chessboard, each piece trembling because you have already foreseen its path. Every move they make, every attempt to interfere, every measure of surveillance becomes part of the larger pattern only you can see. They call it strategy, they call it vigilance, they call it calculation, but you call it life. Because life for you is the ability to anticipate and dominate, to bend probability into alignment, to make inevitability a tangible, living force that hums in rhythm with your pulse. And in the quiet moments, when their scrutiny feels suffocating, when their presence presses like a storm cloud ready to collapse, you smile quietly because you know that every shadow, every doubt, every hesitation they project is already written in your script. There is a strange exhilaration in being followed, in being scrutinized. For most, this would be terror. But for you, it is proof. Proof that foresight is more powerful than reaction. Proof that knowledge is stronger than force. Proof that the mind that predicts is more formidable than the hands that try to strike. And as they track, as they measure, as they attempt to control, you move with perfect calm. The tension that surrounds you is a sign, not a threat, a symbol of elevation rather than a limitation. Every second they spend trying to catch up is a second you have already conquered. Every doubt they whisper about you is a silent acknowledgement of your mastery. Remember, being predicted is not weakness. It is the ultimate demonstration of control. They watch because they recognize the pattern, because they sense the inevitability, because they feel the precision of a mind that moves beyond the ordinary. And yet, still, they cannot surpass you, cannot interfere with the inevitability you have created, cannot dismantle the structure of thought and prediction that you have built. Every attempt they make to contain you, every analysis, every strategy aimed at controlling your movement, every desperate act to outthink you, only confirms what you already know. Foresight is power. Observation is impotent against understanding, and prediction is the realm where dominance resides. Feel the silence around you, the tension in the air, the world holding its breath, because you have made inevitability visible. Every observer becomes a monument to your genius. Every doubter, a testament to the clarity that you possess. And as they tighten the gaze, as they watch every step, as they attempt to anticipate your next move, smile. Smile at the audacity of those who believe they can match you, The naivety of those who think scrutiny can cage you. You have already moved past all fear, all hesitation, all limitation. You have predicted everything, and that is the edge no one can touch. Now, think about the energy of anticipation. There is a dark, electric thrill in knowing that every move you make is being recorded, measured, analyzed, because it is in that very moment that your supremacy is revealed. While they struggle to understand, you navigate the storm like a force of nature. You are not anxious. You are alive, sharper than every eye, quicker than every hand, more calculated than every attempt to contain you. Every step you take under observation is a declaration. The one who predicts is untouchable. The one who calculates is unstoppable. The one who sees beyond the veil commands the world itself. Let this truth sink deep. The universe itself bends to the mind that sees what others cannot. Every obstacle, every hidden challenge, every silent adversary is already mapped in your awareness. They think scrutiny gives them power, but the true power is knowing, foreseeing, and moving with certainty that is unshakable. And when they try to chase, to follow, to anticipate your rhythm, know this: you are already ahead, already unbound, already untouchable, because the mind that predicts is a mind that owns time, a mind that bends circumstance, a mind that becomes inevitability itself. You must feel the thrill of inevitability coursing through your veins. It is not pride, it is recognition of the force within you. Every move under observation, every breath measured, every intention questioned, is a reminder that you exist in a realm beyond ordinary comprehension. You are not merely walking a path, you are shaping it, directing it, defining it. And as others attempt to watch, analyze, predict, and influence, remember, the game is yours, the board is yours, the pieces are yours, because foresight is a dominion that cannot be challenged, and prediction is a kingdom you were born to rule. Even when the darkness presses close, when the scrutiny feels suffocating, when it seems like every corner holds 1,000 eyes, smile. Smile at the audacity of those who hope to follow, at the naivety of those who attempt to interfere, at the desperation of those who believe control lies with observation. They have forgotten that prediction is freedom, foresight is power, and clarity is invincible. Every step you take, every motion you make, every silence you hold is a demonstration that foresight conquers fear, calculation overcomes chaos, and the mind that sees it all can move untouched through the storm. Feel the rhythm of inevitability. Every heartbeat, every breath, every measured glance is a part of the larger symphony only you conduct. They watch because they are drawn to the brilliance, but brilliance cannot be caged. They analyze because they are desperate to understand, but understanding alone cannot surpass foresight. And in the stillness of this tension, in the quiet hum of observation, in the darkness of scrutiny, know this: every second, every motion, every shadow only proves what you already know. That prediction is supremacy, foresight is invulnerability, and clarity is a weapon sharper than any force they could wield. The more they check, the more they question, the more they doubt, the more your dominance is revealed. Scrutiny does not weaken you, it illuminates your edge. Observation does not restrain you, it proves your freedom. And anticipation does not frighten you, it confirms your power. Every attempt to challenge you, every effort to catch up, every act of measurement only reinforces the reality. You are untouchable because you have foreseen it all, because the future is your canvas, because prediction is your kingdom. Now, feel the world bending around your awareness, trembling under the weight of what you see before it even occurs. Every hand that reaches to control, every eye that monitors your steps, Every shadow that whispers doubt is not a threat. It is proof. Proof that you exist on a plane they cannot comprehend. The closer they watch, the tighter they measure. The more frantic their attempts to predict your moves, the clearer it becomes. Your mind is beyond reach, and in this clarity, you find liberation. For those who walk blind can only stumble, but you, seeing every path, every angle, every outcome, walk through the storm untouched. They check your steps, yes, but the rhythm of your life is yours alone, a cadence they can observe but never master. There is a terrifying beauty in being inevitable. When the world scrutinizes every motion, every breath, every silent thought, it is inadvertently acknowledging your supremacy. They are tracing lines you have already drawn, reading maps you have already completed, attempting to grasp patterns you have already mastered, and yet you move with perfect calm, because foresight is more than knowledge, it is dominion. Every pause, every glance, every subtle shift in posture is calculated with precision, orchestrated with care, and executed with the quiet force of inevitability. To be watched is to be recognized, and to be recognized is to command. Consider the eyes that follow you, the whispers that circulate, the analysis that consumes their nights and thoughts. They believe observation gives them power, but it is only a mirror of your genius. You are not reacting, you are guiding. You are not being contained, you are shaping the field in which they scramble. Ah, my alpha, delightful audience, the ones who dance on the edges of chaos and order today. We're diving into the one thing they can't take from you. Your rarity, sit back, open your ears, and let's unravel the truth about your hidden power that has been locked inside of you for so long. It's time to understand the moment you've been waiting for, the moment when everything changes. You are no longer the person you were yesterday. Your hidden talent, your gift, has finally been discovered, and it is now shining in the spotlight. This is not just a coincidence. This is fate. This is destiny that has been working in the background for years, quietly waiting for the perfect moment to explode. That moment is now. For years you've felt it, haven't you? That burning sensation deep inside you, telling you there's more to you than meets the eye. That feeling when you look in the mirror and you don't quite recognize the person staring back, because you know there's something inside that hasn't yet fully emerged. For so long, you lived with this hunger, this thirst to prove to the world that there is more to you than anyone could imagine. They didn't know it, and maybe you didn't know it either, but the truth was always there, hiding, waiting to be seen by the right eyes. And now, here you are, on the cusp of something unimaginable. The truth is, this world is full of noise, and the loudest voices are the ones that often get the attention. It's the ones who are willing to step on others, the ones who shout the loudest, that the world tends to give a platform to. But you've always been different. You've never been the one to seek the attention, never been the one to fight for the spotlight. But now, it's here. The world is about to see what you've always known inside of you. The moment of discovery is not just about recognition. It's about transformation. It's about you rising from the ashes of who you thought you were into the person you were always meant to be. This is your metamorphosis. Do you know what it means when you finally unlock that hidden potential? It means that you are no longer bound by the limitations that once held you back. You are no longer defined by what others thought of you. The chains are broken, and you are free to fly. The people who used to laugh, the people who doubted, the ones who couldn't see beyond their own small vision, They will now watch as you leave them behind. You will rise above the noise and the chaos, and in your rise, you will shine. Because your talent, your gift, is not just about what you can do. It's about who you are. It's about the power that lives inside you, the raw energy, the fire that cannot be extinguished. Let them talk. Let them question. They can't stop you now. They can't stop the force of nature that you've become. You are unstoppable, and every step you take towards greatness will be one that leaves them gasping for air. Every breath you take will be a reminder that you are never meant to fit in. You are never meant to be ordinary. You are born to stand out, to lead, to inspire, to create. You were born to be a legend in your own time. And now, as your hidden talent comes to light, the world will see you as you've always seen yourself. But let me tell you something, and this is important. This discovery, this shining moment, is not the end. It is only the beginning. You may have thought that once you are recognized, once your talent is finally acknowledged, that everything will fall into place. But let me be clear, the spotlight will reveal many things, but it will also cast shadows. The higher you rise, the more the world will expect from you, the more they will demand. It's not just about being discovered, it's about staying discovered. It's about maintaining that brilliance, that fire, that unique spark that makes you who you are. They will try to break you. They will throw obstacles in your path, attempt to diminish your light, and try to drag you back into the darkness where they think you belong. But you know better. You know that nothing can take away what's inside of you. No amount of doubt, no amount of fear, no amount of criticism can ever take away your greatness. It's yours and yours alone. And as long as you are willing to fight for it, no one can take that from you. The world is now your stage, and you are the star of the show. But this show is not for the faint of heart. This is not a game for those who hesitate, for those who are afraid to take risks. This is for the warriors, the ones who are willing to face the storm head on and emerge victorious. This is for the ones who are not afraid to fail because they know that failure is just another step towards success. This is for the ones who are not afraid to take the hits, to endure the pain, to suffer in silence while everyone else around them crumbles under pressure. This is for the ones who keep going, no matter what. And now, as the spotlight shines upon you, do not forget the struggle that got you here. Do not forget the moments when you thought it was all over, when you wanted to quit, when the world seemed like it was too much to bear. It was in those moments, in the dark, when you were truly tested. It was in those moments when you learned what you were made of. And now, that strength is what will carry you forward. This is the price of greatness. This is what it takes to be extraordinary. It's not about waiting for the world to give you permission. It's not about waiting for the right moment. It's about creating your own moment, forging your own path, and stepping into your power with confidence and grace. It's about claiming what is rightfully yours and never looking back. You may be afraid. You may feel the weight of the world on your shoulders. But understand this. Fear is just another hurdle to jump over. Fear is the force that tries to keep you small, to keep you complacent. But you were never meant to be small. You were never meant to play it safe. You were meant to go beyond what others expect, beyond what you expect of yourself. You were meant to break the mold, shatter the ceiling, and push the limits of what's possible. Your time is now. The world is waiting to see who you will become, what you will do with this moment. Don't waste it. Don't hesitate. Don't second guess yourself. You are more than capable. You are more than ready. And the time for doubt is over. The time for greatness is here. Embrace it. Own it. Live it. There are no more excuses. There are no more reasons to hold back. Your talent is not just a gift. It's a responsibility. It's your duty to show the world what you can do. to inspire those around you, and to leave a legacy that will be remembered for generations to come. You are the spark that will ignite the fire in others. You are the one who will set the world alight with your passion, your vision, your determination. You are the one who will prove that nothing is impossible. And remember this, no matter how high you rise, no matter how much success you achieve, you must never forget where you came from. You must never forget the journey, the struggle, the darkness that once surrounded you. It is in those moments that you found your strength, your resilience, and your true power. And it is that power that will carry you forward, no matter what challenges you face. So now, as your talent shines in the spotlight, know that this is just the beginning. You are about to embark on a journey unlike any other. The world is yours for the taking, and there is no limit to what you can achieve. Embrace your destiny. Step into your power, and never let anyone dim your light. Your moment has arrived, and you are ready to claim it. Go forward with confidence, with strength, and with the knowledge that you are unstoppable. This is your time. Make it count. The time is now. Let the weight of those words settle in your soul. Make it count. These are not just empty words, not mere encouragement or a shallow motivational phrase. These are a command. This is a call to action. You have been given the chance to prove yourself, to rise above the masses, to stand at the peak and claim what is rightfully yours. But now, the real test begins. Your hidden talent has been discovered, yes, but discovery alone is not enough. You are now faced with the responsibility of ensuring that what you've uncovered in yourself does not fade into obscurity. You have the ability to change the course of your life, but that ability can only be realized if you are brave enough to walk the path that lies ahead of you, no matter how treacherous it may seem. The journey is not easy, but it is worth it, because what lies at the end of that path is greatness. And greatness is not something that comes to those who wait. It is something that is earned, forged in the fire of struggle and perseverance. You are no longer an ordinary being. The moment your hidden talent was unlocked, you became someone different. You transformed. Your journey, your potential, your destiny are now all intertwined in a way that no one can separate. You cannot turn back. Once your eyes are open to what you are truly capable of, there is no way to unsee it. It is like waking from a dream, realizing that everything you thought was real was simply a shadow of your true self. And now that you are awake, you must walk in the light of your own power. There are no shortcuts on this path. You must earn every step. You must prove to yourself that you are worthy of the greatness that you are about to experience. This is not a time to rest on your laurels, to let the accolades and the attention of others satisfy you. You are not here to be content. You are here to achieve something far greater than you ever imagined. Greatness is often a lonely road. It requires sacrifices. It requires you to give up the things that others hold dear. You will have to let go of the comfort of mediocrity, the ease of blending in with the crowd. You will have to stand alone, to be misunderstood, to be judged by those who cannot comprehend your vision. The ones who are not willing to rise above the ordinary will always be the ones who try to pull you down. They will tell you that you cannot achieve what you dream of. They will tell you that it's too hard, that you're too young or too old, too inexperienced, too naive. They will doubt you at every turn, and they will attempt to make you doubt yourself. But you cannot let them. You cannot allow their words to take root in your mind, to poison your determination. Their fear is not your fear. Their limitations are not your limitations. The world is full of small minds who are too afraid to dream big, and it is easy to get caught up in their thinking, to let their narrow views cloud your vision. But you must rise above. You must see beyond the limits that others place on you. You must see beyond the small confines of the world they have created and build a world of your own. The world that you are capable of creating is not a world of boundaries. It is a world of infinite possibilities. You have a mind, a heart, and a spirit that are capable of accomplishing things that others cannot even begin to fathom. But only if you refuse to be confined by the thoughts and beliefs of those who live in fear. Look around you. The world is filled with those who have played it safe, the ones who never took risks, who never stepped out of their comfort zones. They may have been content with their lives, and that's fine, but that is not your destiny. You are not here to settle. You are here to break through every barrier that has been placed in front of you. You are here to shatter the illusions of what is possible. And that means you must move forward, even when the path is unclear, even when the way forward seems uncertain. The moment you begin to doubt your own power, the moment you begin to question your worth, you give permission to the world around you to diminish your greatness. This is your time, and time waits for no one. The moments are slipping by, each one taking you closer to the life you want, or close to the life you fear. You have the choice. You can choose to stand still, to watch as others take the risks, to watch as they move forward and claim what they want. Or you can choose to take that first step. The first step is always the hardest. It's the step that makes you question everything, the one that makes you hesitate and wonder if you are really ready. But the truth is, you will never feel ready. No one ever feels truly ready for greatness. But the great ones move forward anyway. They take that first step, knowing full well that the road will not be easy. They take that first step, and with each step, they grow stronger. With each step, they learn more about themselves, more about their capabilities, and more about what they are willing to sacrifice to achieve their dreams. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment, the moment when everything aligns and the stars shine just right. That moment will never come. It's about making the moment perfect. It's about seizing the opportunities that are placed in front of you, even when they don't seem ideal. Greatness is not about waiting for things to happen. It's about making things happen. It's about taking control of your destiny and forging your own path, even when the world tells you it can't be done. And let me tell you something. When you take that first step, when you begin to make the choices that will move you forward, something incredible happens. The world begins to shift around you. It begins to open up in ways you never imagined. The doors that were once closed begin to crack open, and the path that seemed impossible becomes clearer. And then, when you reach that first milestone, when you begin to see the fruits of your labor, you will understand what it truly means to shine. You will understand that the effort, the pain, the struggle, it was all worth it. The road ahead is not easy. It will never be easy. But you will be stronger than you ever thought possible. And when the world sees your talent, when they see what you are capable of, they will not just be impressed, they will be amazed. They will watch as you rise higher and higher, and they will wonder how you did it. And when they ask you, when they try to understand your secret, you will look them in the eye and tell them the truth. The truth is that it wasn't magic. It wasn't luck. It was grit. It was perseverance. It was the willingness to take risks, to fail, to try again, and to never give up. That is the true secret to greatness. And as you continue on this journey, as you step into the light and let your talent shine, remember this. You are not alone. You are part of something bigger. You are part of a lineage of those who have dared to dream, who have dared to be different. You are not just living for yourself. You are living for those who will come after you. You are living for the ones who will look at your story and say, if they can do it, so can I. You are living for the future. You are living for the legacy you will leave behind. So make it count. Every moment, every step, every decision, make it count. Because greatness is not something that just happens. It's something that is earned. It's something that is fought for. It's something that is made, not found. And you're in the process of making your greatness right now. The world will see you. The world will know your name. And when they ask how you did it, you will look them in the eyes, smile, and say, I made it count. Those words will echo through the corridors of time. They will reverberate in the hearts of those who witness your rise. And when they ask you how you achieved the impossible, how you turned your talent into something that the world could not ignore, you will not need to say much. Your actions will speak louder than any words ever could. You will have built a legacy, a testament to the power of persistence, to the courage of stepping into the unknown and embracing the fire of your own potential. You see, greatness is not a solitary thing. It is not a prize you win by simply existing. Greatness is the result of a series of decisions, choices, and actions that are fueled by the deepest parts of your being. It is the sum total of every moment when you could have quit but chose to fight instead. It is the culmination of all the sacrifices you made when everyone around you was content to settle for mediocrity. Greatness is forged in the crucible of hardship, not in the comforts of complacency. And the more you face, the stronger you become. The more obstacles that come your way, the sharper your resolve will be. The more people doubt you, the more determined you will grow. You are being tested in ways that others can't even begin to understand. Your path is not the easy one. Your path is the one that demands more from you than you ever thought you could give. But here's the thing. You are more than capable of meeting those demands. You are more than capable of answering the call, of rising to the occasion and showing the world exactly what you're made of. When the world doubts you, when they try to put you in a box, to label you, to make you fit into their limited vision of what you should be, you will laugh. You will laugh because you know something they don't know. You know that you are limitless. You know that your potential knows no bounds. You know that you are destined for something extraordinary. There will be days when the weight of it all feels like too much. There will be nights when you lie awake, wondering if the sacrifice is worth it, if the pain and the struggle are truly leading to something greater. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, when fear whispers in your ear, telling you that maybe you aren't cut out for this, that maybe your talent isn't enough, that maybe the world is too big, too cold, too unforgiving. But you must not listen to those voices. They are the voices of the defeated. They are the voices of those who have given up before they even started. They are the voices of mediocrity, and they have no place in your life. You must stand tall in the face of doubt. You must press forward even when the world tells you to stop. You must walk through the fire, knowing that it will burn away all the impurities, all the weakness, all the doubts that are holding you back. You will emerge stronger, sharper, more resilient than you ever thought possible. And when you do, when you look back at all you have overcome, you will smile because you will know that you have made it count. You will know that every moment of struggle, every tear, every sacrifice was worth it, because you will have done what others could not. You will have taken your hidden talent and turned it into something that is unstoppable, something that is undeniable, something that is destined to change the world. This journey is not easy, but it is worth every single step. It is worth every bit of pain, every bit of sacrifice, every bit of fear that you must overcome. Because in the end of this journey, when you stand at the peak and look down at all that you have achieved, you will know that you did not get there by chance. You did not get there because you were lucky or because the stars aligned in your favor. You got there because you refused to quit. You got there because you believed in yourself when no one else did. You got there because you made it count. The journey, is a test of endurance. It is a test of how badly you want to reach the top, how far you are willing to go to see your dreams realized. It's not about talent alone. Talent is the spark, the starting point. But it is the work, the discipline, the relentless pursuit of excellence that will carry you across the finish line. It's about pushing through when everything within you wants to quit. It's about embracing the grind, knowing that every drop of sweat, every sacrifice, is bringing you closer to your goal. It's about making the decision to never settle for anything less than your absolute best. And as you continue on this journey, remember that you are not alone. There will be others watching, others who are inspired by your journey, others who will see your struggles and think, if they can do it, so can I. You are not just building a legacy for yourself. You are building a legacy for those who come after you, for those who will follow in your footsteps. You are showing the world what it means to push past limitations, to break free from the chains that bind us, to live a life that is unapologetically true to who we are. But as you rise, as you begin to shine, be mindful of how you treat those who come into your life. The higher you climb, the more you will be tested by the people you encounter. Some will try to use you, others will try to bring you down, and some will simply be jealous of your success. But you must remain grounded. You must remember the journey that brought you here, the struggles, the sacrifices, the moments when you felt like giving up. And you must remember the importance of lifting others up along the way. Greatness is not just about achieving personal success. It is about bringing others with you, helping them realize their potential, and inspiring them to reach heights they never thought possible. You are not just a symbol of individual success. You are a symbol of what is possible when one person refuses to accept the status quo, when one person decides that they are going to make it count. You are a living, breathing example of what happens when someone taps into their true potential and refuses to let anything or anyone stand in their way. And in doing so, you will inspire others to do the same. As you make it count, understand that the world you once knew is no longer the same. You are no longer the person who once doubted, the person who once feared their own potential. You are no longer the person who questioned whether they were good enough, capable enough, worthy enough. You are someone else now. You are the person who stepped into the arena and faced the trials head on. You are the person who walked through the fire and emerged unscathed. You are the person who never gave up, no matter how hard the road became. And because of that, you will always stand out. You will always shine. And as your journey continues, as you rise even higher and accomplish things that were once deemed impossible, remember this. This is not the end. This is merely the beginning. There is no limit to what you can achieve. Your potential is limitless. Your power is infinite. And as long as you keep pushing forward, as long as you keep making it count, there is no telling how far you can go. The world is waiting for you to claim it. The world is waiting for you to show everyone what happens when someone truly believes in themselves and never gives up. So go ahead. Keep going. Keep climbing. Keep making it count. The best is yet to come. When you finally reach the heights that you've been working for, the ones you dreamed of in the quiet moments, when you look back at the trail of success that you've left behind, you will understand that every struggle, every sacrifice, every moment of doubt was worth it. Because in the end, it wasn't just about reaching the top. It was about what you became along the way. And when they ask you how you did it, you will look them in the eye and say, I made it count. In the end, it all comes down to one simple truth. You made it count. Every obstacle, every sacrifice, every moment of doubt, and every choice to keep pushing forward was part of the path that led you to greatness. You stepped into the spotlight and showed the world your true potential, not by luck or chance, but through relentless effort and unwavering belief in yourself. So, as you continue on this journey, never forget, greatness is earned, not given. Keep making it count, because your story is just beginning, and the best is yet to come.